everyone, it's Red Baron, and we are going to be making a new ability guide. This time, it's going to be focused on Corporia Wholeness. So we have been in Wholeness now for about a week and have leveled up some of our abilities. So I'll walk you guys through these abilities, which ones we should be focused on, and kind of the pathway in which you should take in order to unlock them in the most efficient way. My previous guide, you'll have 1 or 2 end void break builds. The first is going to look like mine here. So you'll be using Demon's Trap, Azor/Wood, Azor/Water, Dragon Taming Water, Windwalker, and this regular Azor/. And then you could have gone the other route where you would have taken off an Azor/ and put on Hail of Swords. So this is where we're going to be starting from once we get into Wholeness. There are some things you can do ahead of time. So you are able to level up Indestructible a little bit. So it'll let you go to, I think, level 19. And then once you break into Wholeness, you'll be able to upgrade it further. And that's going to be based on your laws. Once you reach Wholeness, you should have the resources to go ahead and take Indestructible up to 60. And the point of this is to allow the unlock of Anti-Deity, which is going to be the new main skill we're going to be adding. So this skill here is going to be replacing our Azor/. So you'll want to go into Azor/ and reset the advancements, because that should have been +5 by that point for your plus 22% damage. Those can then be reinvested into Anti-Deity, and that's going to give you a total damage plus 27 once you get that to +5. So this is going to be kind of your new plan once you go into Wholeness until you can unlock all of Anti-Deity with your 6,000 law points, and you can start leveling up Fenris Cosmic Law. So like I said, we're going to be replacing Azor/ with Anti-Deity. Get Anti-Deity up to level 99. You're going to get huge damage bonus. As you can see, your percent damage here at 99 is 487. That's a 2-time attack plus 32% M damage. That's negligible, but it still helps a little bit. And then the buffs that you're getting from this skill are also good. First is a debuff. So it's going to give them crit resistance decreases. So you'll be doing more damage when you crit. You'll have more chances of critting. You get this disperse. So you're going to randomly remove one of the opponent's buffs that they've applied to themselves. And then you're also buffing yourself with an immunity that lasts for 2 seconds. So this is a really good skill that you'll want to level up all the way to 99 and replace Azor/ with. We are pretty much going to be skipping all of the Indestructibles. The only one that could be good is Indestructible Fire, because it has this skill called Illusion. And Illusion is a 50% chance to ignore ability attacks for 3 seconds. But because that's such a short amount of time, it's not going to be as beneficial as just running 2 shields. So it's recommended to just keep on Windwalker and Dragon Taming Water and don't replace those with any of the Indestructible. In order to move on, unfortunately, you'll be stuck with Anti-Deity for a pretty long time because you have to get 6,000 law points to unlock the next set of skills. And that is because we have to start investing into Furnace Law. And Furnace Law is the one that's going to give us Anti-Deity Fire and Anti-Deity Earth. So we're going to be stuck with this set of abilities for a while, which gives you plenty of time to max it out to 99 and deal a lot of damage with that ability. You can see I unlocked Indestructible Water. So while you're getting your laws up, you can go ahead and look at this and see the requirements to unlocking the next set of skills. So I had to get Palm Metal, Azor/Wood, and Indestructible Water in order to unlock Anti-Deity. And then with earth, it's the same thing. We're going to need a source/water. We're going to have to unlock indestructible fire and then palm wood as well. So we do have to unlock this, which means our firmest law does have to get to G6. So you can go ahead and start getting that to G6 as well. Or if you're worried about managing all of those nature mantra, focus on fire first, because you'll still need all of those nature mantra to get to G3 with furnace law. Get anti-deity fire. And then once that's unlocked and you start to level that up, you can start investing into Firmus Law G6. Once that's G6, you'll be able to unlock that ability. So it is going to take quite a bit of nature mantra, but you have a lot of time to work on these skills because of how long you're in wholeness for. So for Corporia, once we hit that 6,000 mark and we have all 3 sets of skills prior to anti-deity unlocked, our build is going to replace both the source slashes for anti-deity fire and anti-deity earth. And once we've done that, we'll be able to reset those advancements on both of those slashes, put them into our anti-deities, and then start working on getting those increased by an interval of 5 as we continue progressing through wholeness. Now I'm going to jump into the ability casting order you're going to want to be using. So for pre-6,000 laws, you're going to want to do something similar to this one. So we're going to start with an active curio. That way we're able to kill their pet quickly. Pick one that does a high % damage. So this one is going to be over 1,000% damage. And then it also will allow, when I cast abilities, to deal more physical damage. I use a seal as well, so that way I can target their pet and make sure that it's dead. We go into a source/water. It's going to give me ability damage to Taoists, and it does a pretty good amount of damage. We're going to follow that up with a paralysis of a source/wood, and it's going to decrease their P hit and causes devastation, so they're going to be taking more crits. We then follow that up with Demon's Trap. It's going to give them a daze, so they're not going to be able to evade as well whenever I release my anti-deity. So then we follow that up with this skill here, just because of how much damage it's going to be doing. And then it provides those buff removals and prevents him from giving me debuffs prior to me using my ultimate Myriad Array. I then follow that up with Arctic Dragon Halberd. One, it has a very high damage %, and then the other is that it's going to remove a random buff from, actually 2 buffs from the opponent. So if they have buffs that's allowing them to take less damage, I'm going to be able to remove that and then hit them with my E-Sword, which does quite a bit of damage and prevents HP recovery. And then, like normal, you're just going to put your relics in order of damage. The one thing I will say here is you can see I'm using bells now. So once you get into wholeness and once you get into perfection and nirvana, your battles are just going to be taking longer and longer. Because of that, cooldowns are going to be more important. So I'm starting to use bells because it has the lowest cooldown, 15 seconds. It does have a smaller damage limit, so I'm not putting that first. I'm still wanting to dish out more damage earlier because it's going to be more beneficial for me in the long run. But I'm still going to throw on some bells. I haven't decided exactly how many. I think I maybe want to do 2 seals, 3 bells, and a chain. But I'm still deciding on that route what I'm wanting to do. But that's going to be your casting order. before 6,000. And then once we hit 6,000, the order is going to be Anti-Deity Earth. We're doing Anti-Deity Earth because it's going to give us the crit bonus of perception. So we'll have a higher chance of critting once we launch that one. Then we're going with Anti-Deity Normal because it has high damage percent, removes crit resistance, and those debuffs. And then we're going to hit them with the CC, Anti-Deity Fire. So those are most likely going to just remain after my Demon's Trap. I'm not to the point where I can test that, but I think that's going to be the best casting order once you get to 6,000. I hope this guide was beneficial for you guys and kind of puts you on the right track on where you should start thinking about putting resources and how you should prepare once you get into Wholeness on upgrading your abilities. Make sure you give the video a like and continue subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all of your guys' support. Thank you.